Hey, Margaret, thank you so much for joining. I got one really interesting question. What on earth got you into being a regional owner?
Quite honestly, actually, it's our CEO, Tammy Benell's fault that I joined EXIT. I have been following her throughout my career, met at conferences, and I have been very much involved with the Women's Council of Realtors for many years, and just ran in parallel with Tammy. I started seeing more and more EXIT business cards being handed out. So that piqued my curiosity, and I reached out to Tammy, as everyone asked, hey, tell me about this exit thing. And then she did, and it intrigued me very much so, being with another company prior to that.
What
As a
was it? What was it that intrigued you? Of all the things that I'm sure she's a really good speaker, and one-on-one she goes really deep too. What surface level? What are some of the things that she said or that you just saw with Exit that stood out to you?
What really intrigued me is that the exit is very agent oriented.
Hmm.
And that resonated through her message throughout our conversations, that we value we value our agents. It's not about the numbers. It's not about how many agents we can get in the office, and they really care about your success. And that was a different point of view that I have been used to in the industry.
Well, that's definitely one thing that would separate you guys from other franchises for sure. Are there any other differences that really stand out? Like not all franchises offer this as anything, or
Also, I mean, it's obviously our exit formula, which is super cool. As you know, if agent doesn't close a deal, then there's no money coming in, right?
right?
So with exit, exit figured out how to bridge that gap, and with the exit formula that you receive a bonus coming back from Exit Corp, being introducing another agent to your company. That was really huge. And I have a big heart, and I have been involved with nonprofits throughout my years and career, and that was very important to me to utilize that money that I can. It's pretty much a free money. It's 10, it's a 10% that comes through another agent's closing to back to me, and that hasn't affected my paycheck or has not affects the other agent's paycheck. It's a bonus. It's our founder, Steve Morris, is sending me a check, say, hey, thank you so much for introducing someone to our company and helping us grow. So it's a win-win for everyone.
So it's almost like a secondary income, passive income almost. And so if I get it right, I'm an agent or broker owner, and I suggest somebody, hey, you should take a look at this opportunity we have, and they get enrolled. They're like, yeah, that sounds good. I totally see the opportunity. Then when they become an agent and when they sell a property, I get a percentage of whatever the commission, I guess. And then it doesn't come from the agent, from what you just said, and it doesn't come from the office. It comes from head office.
Absolutely. It's a really quick 24-hour turnaround. As soon as the commission check clears, boom, you get your information in an email that they put the money on your debit card. You receive a debit card, or you can get a check. But it's a really quick turnaround. Nobody's holding on to your money. It's 10%. And God forbid something happens to you, or you just want to take a break, then that 10% drops down to 7, but 7 is better than 0. So you could be still taking a couple of years of break from real estate, and all those agents that you had brought into or introduced to the company, and they continue to produce, you get 7%. And God forbid, I mean, you had seen many, that's the worst scenario, but you are showing a house, you get into a car accident, and something happens to you, then your beneficial continue to receive income on a 5% level, which is unheard of in our industry. And
I
that has been a huge impact on many agents and brokers in the EXIT family.
Well, that's funny because a lot of people retire to get into real estate. Once people get in, not a lot of people retire out of real estate because real estate is a very transactional business. Your past sale, your past buy, and then a lot of people have a hard time taking their book of business and then giving it to another agent as a retirement plan, saying, "Here, buy my business." I mean, they have to have a pretty substantial book of business, and not a lot of agents have the systems in place to be able to pass that baton. So this is almost like an effortless way to do it because the system is already there. All you have to do is suggest people, hey, take a look at this. Some will hit, some won't. But say you get, even just from an agent standpoint, if they got 10 people into the program, not even a program, if they got 10 people at the brokerage, then that's a pretty good passive income when
Absolutely.
all these other people are setting up all these other side businesses and side hustles. I think that there's a lot of position for people that are opening up offices as well. There's going to be a lot of mergers and acquisitions happening from 5 years to 10 years. It's a very aging industry, so it's a good opportunity because imagine if somebody had a franchise or an office and then they put it into your fold, for example. That person would get 10% or 5% of all the people that they brought in.
Or the agents that they bring on or bring with them, and
Yeah.
that's their passive income, which definitely a big plus for everyone.
What is your area? What area are you looking for people to? You're looking for people to open an office, convert offices, join teams. So, but you're really looking for managers who are looking at growth. In what area?
Like being the regional owner for Colorado, we are looking to open up offices all across Colorado, and so it's our goal is to from all the way from Fort Collins all the way down to Pueblo, and then cover the west slopes of Telluride and Vail and Aspen and that Steamboat, that area. The growth is the way it looks that we are planning to put in 7 more offices this year. We have a brand new office being announced next week, which is super cool. And I'm looking for an individual who has a heart, because our company's philosophy and culture built on lead with the heart. So I'm looking for a leader, for an independent broker who has a few agents under him, but they struggle with the growth, because as you know, they have to supply all the technology components to the business. They have to add money back to them. As with EXIT, we provide them all those tools free of charge most of the time, and that helps them take their business to the next level.
So that kind of sounds like the differences between an independent broker owner, somebody who wants to go out, start their own thing, and weighing in the value of the difference of being a part of a franchise that has the systems in place, the bulk buying power. So you guys provide training and technology. Can you tell a little bit about that so I get an idea?
Our training and technology is most of the companies, they offer training and they offer technology. Yeah. We take pride on not just offering it, but we teach our agents. We are a high-tech, high-touch company that Kevin and my husband and I are the regional owners, and we take pride in bringing in nationally known speakers, or even from EXIT Corp. We had Anthony out here, our technology, the VP of technology, that we'll host events when all our agents can bring in a laptop, and it's all hands-on, and we make sure that they know how to use that technology that we provide.
And that's technology passed on to the broker owner, who then gives it to the agent.
Absolutely. It's free of charge to them.
And there's technology and training, I'm assuming, for the broker owner themselves, either quarterly, I'm not sure the frequency, but there probably is some sort of growth program where they have these are the scripts for you to grow your office. These are the challenges. Do you guys do that?
Yes, absolutely. All of our brokers will have an opportunity to go to our corporate office on a quarterly basis, and that's a full week of training called broker owner training, and that's from a Monday to a Friday afternoon, and that gives them an opportunity to mix and mingle with their peers and learn more marketing ideas, but also Kevin and I will bring the same level to their offices. We travel and we meet with every single broker on a quarterly basis, and that time at revisiting their business plan and just readjusting if we need to, or get their ideas where they were seeing themselves in the future, and also we bring the training at the same time to the agents.
You do that quarterly?
We do it quarterly, absolutely.
That's cool. People really need that because with the changing of the seasons change and people's ambitions change. So sometimes it's good to do like a quarterly reset to reevaluate what your goals are, to take a look at what's working, take a look at what's not working, and then set a new course, because the same wind is blowing on us all, and it's the people that change the set of the sail that get further ahead. So that's cool that you do that, because I know not all regions with other franchises alike do that, where they're actually meeting with their owners quarterly to help them succeed. It's normally very weighted towards the agent, not very weighted towards the broker owner. So that whole sponsorship idea, like I almost could see, if I wasn't in the role I had and doing what I was up to, I see a huge opportunity for somebody who just wanted to be a full-time recruiter and inviting people into the program across the region, and they wouldn't even have to be a broker owner or manager. They'd have no liability or overhead. They could just get 100 people in the program, and you get like 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000.
Absolutely.
Really,
and that's our goal as we grow the region, that we'll be looking for a person who would be in charge of our recruiting program.
Yeah.
So if anyone would be interested, there's a way to reach out to us. They can visit us on our website of exitcolorado.com, or feel free to call me on 720-437-9984, and I'll be happy to have a conversation about how can they become our regional recruiter.
That's cool. Yeah, because it definitely is a lonely business. Even when you first get into the business, you walk into a lot of the offices. When I walked into my first office in 2007, they pointed me to a cubicle, and they're like, if you got any questions, ask. And there was nobody around. I was the only person who actually showed up to the office. And so I had nobody to rely on. Same thing for the broker owners. It's very, even though you're a part of an organization, you're still like self-driven in this industry, and sometimes you can hit a wall or a glass ceiling and you just need to reach out to somebody. So hopefully people listening to this video will reach out to you. You sound like you have, you lead with your heart first, so it'd be a really good casual conversation, and people could go over the numbers and just plant the seed to see if it could be a possibility in the future. So
absolutely.
Thank you for your time today. What's that number again, just so in case people didn't hear it before or couldn't?
Okay, as I said, our website is exitcolorado.com, and the phone number is 720-437-9984, and those are the two ways that anyone can connect with us.
And it's Margaret Hamilton as well, so you can just Google search that and add the words EXIT Realty, and I'm sure you pop up as well. So,
absolutely.
Cool. Okay, I want to get you a copy of this video. I really appreciate your time. It answered a lot of my questions, and hopefully it inspired a few people to reach out to you, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Talk to you later.
Okay, bye.